Do you want to get started with YouTube? Do you want to launch your own channel, but don't actually know where to start or what ideas are worth sharing, or if anyone will even watch that video or click that thumbnail? Well, do you know what? I'm going to share with you today 4 steps to get started because I've had a question come into me from a gentleman called Michael, who's a member of the Heart Brand Creators Circle. And he's asked this specific question. And I thought, what a great video to make a YouTube video about, or a great subject to make a YouTube video about. So I want to thank Michael for the question. Michael, this is my answer to you and all you other people out there who might be just stuck in here, analysis paralysis, wondering what you can create a video about. So let me just bring Michael's question up. Let's make sure we've nailed it in, and then we'll go through the 4 steps. Does it sound all right? Let me know in the comments if this is what you're struggling with, because I would love to help you. Okay, so Michael says, the problem has been about getting started and not feeling like I have enough ideas to get going. Does that sound familiar? Does that make you feel a little bit, whoa? Well, we all start like this. We all start with this dream about, do you know what? I can be a YouTuber. Now, I come at this from a different perspective, and I don't believe anybody should just say, I want to be a YouTuber. I think you should reverse engineer the steps and come with a business in mind. Now, you might not want to start a business, but if you do, it gives you a massive head start down the road. So let's go through my 4 steps to get you started and where you need to start first. Now, in the world of YouTube, everyone's trying to go viral or get the next million viewed video, but it doesn't actually matter, because if you reverse engineer these steps, these massive amounts of views don't matter. If you think from a business perspective in mind, and I know Michael does, and I know that other people do in my community, because the reason they've joined it is one of the entry questions is, would you like to start a business? So, Michael, I hope this answers the question for you. You want to start a business, okay, and you want to know where to start on YouTube. The best thing you can do now is look at what people come to you for. What are the frequently asked questions that people come to you for? What do you have no problem in answering? Just write a list of those things down and then look at them and say, do they align with my values? Do they align with my ikigai? Now, if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out, or I'll put a link under here so you can have a look at it, or maybe we'll pop a card up somewhere. But the important thing here with looking at your ikigai is, what do you love? What does the world need? What can you be paid for? What are you good at? Now, people say you shouldn't follow your passion and kind of hone a business around it. And I agree, but we must enjoy it. We must start from a place of, what do we love to do? So if people come to you with questions around something you love, you are passionate about, you have so much energy, knowledge, wisdom, skills, and expertise, then list the questions out and start creating videos based around that. So that's step 1. Now, the next step is, if we've got the frequently asked question, we've nailed the idea, and we can keep creating content all day long. What if you solved for yourself is a really good place to start? The next step is, we need to look at our packaging, don't we? We need to look at our packaging. Now, people say we just rush to the video or create the hook. I'm a believer of, let's look at the packaging, because if no one likes the title and thumbnail, they don't click it, they're never going to see this beautiful video that you've created for them. They're never going to find the secrets and the gold in those frequently asked questions that you've made for them. So we need to look at the packaging. Now, there are so many different ways of doing it, but if you're getting started as a beginner, I recommend this. It's the rule of 3. The firstly is, put a picture of your beautiful smiling face in that thumbnail. Why? Because we're building a personal brand, aren't we? We want to be recognized. So when people are getting value from your videos over time, they see your video and just want to watch it anyway. And I get that quite a lot with people like Bruce and Michael and what have you, and Connie. They're always watching my videos because they know it's me, and they've learned over time. They've built, some rapport with me. They are my beautiful raving fans, as I like to call them, but they're my heart branders. So they watch my content all the time. So put your beautiful smiling face in it. Next step is, why not, if you're struggling with all the creative stuff maybe, or you don't know how to get started with thumbnails, is put maybe a quote or the question in the thumbnail. And then the title itself is the title of the frequently asked question. But look at what's already out there and performing well and see if you can model the title around the FAQ. It's usually like a system or a process. If you'd like some resources around titles and things like that, because there are systems and ways of doing it, then let me know in the comments or around this video and I will share them with you. The next step. So that was step number 2. This is step number 3. And we need to really grab their attention and pull them in the first 30 seconds so that we can get more views on the video. Because if they drop off within the first 30 seconds, it's an indicator they don't like it. So the next step is really a solid hook. Again, I've got some resources if you want some of those, or if you want a video around hooks, let me know in the comments below. Because we need to pull people towards us. I like bold statements, something that is a bit contrarian, or even a big question. Like I started this video, do you want to start a YouTube channel? Is that why you're here? So that's number 3. And then we need to practice. Now, you might just think, oh, I can do those things, just press record and go. But then what happens is you will struggle with your delivery, the ums and ahs, the filler words, the fluff, shall we say. Now, there are AI tools out there that can help you to remove all of that. But there's nothing better than being able to press record and just do your video in one take. That's what I'm doing right now. Because I know the answer to the question around how to get started and having enough ideas, I've now created a 4-step process for you to nail your beginner YouTube videos. Answer frequently asked questions. Look at packaging, titles and thumbnails that are already out there working. If you're starting out, put that question or maybe a quote from the video that you've created, that phrasing in there to grab some curiosity. A beautiful smiling thingy of picture of yourself. And what I also missed, which maybe you did or didn't notice from the thumbnail piece, is contrast, whether it be colors or whether it be an image or backgrounds. Stephen Bartlett does it really well in his early thumbnails, where he literally has person on the right hand side, text on the left-hand side. It's a black background and he uses red and white. So it's minimal, but there's contrast in there. So go and check that out and then practice. How do we practice? There is a specific way when we practice, and let me share the way in which I've taught my students. 1 hour a day. Okay, 1 hour a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday is ideas. Okay, go and pull in all these FAQs and throw some FAQs into the Twitter, into your YouTube search and see what comes up. See if there's any outliers out there. Let's look to see if people are making content around those ideas. Monday's ideation. Tuesday is titles. I believe titles come before thumbnails because once you've created the title, it's easier to make the thumbnail. If you make a thumbnail and reverse that, I think the process just turns into spaghetti. So titles. Look at titles, what's performing out there. Throw your idea into YouTube, into Google, into medium.com or a blogging platform and see what titles people are using. So Tuesday titles. Wednesday, thumbnails. Spend an hour researching thumbnails, crafting, playing around with thumbnails, taking quotes from the idea or just voicing something into ChatGPT and say, pull me out some potential quotes or questions around what I'm sharing with you so I can pop in a thumbnail. And then we go to Thursday is scripting. Now, I'm 2 minds of this for beginners. I like bullet points and riffing. That's exactly what I'm doing now. I am following a framework. It's my hook, mindset, story, teach, action step framework. So I'm going through that now. And as I'm sure you'll be aware, I'm on the teaching point right now. So bullet points and riff. But if you want to create a script, the reason I go scripting is because I have an AI tool. It's the Heartbrand Script Wizard that's in the Heartbrand Blueprint. Now, we are considering bringing this out as a standalone product for you guys to get hold of. But essentially what it does is it follows a very specific format. And I get my students to talk. Why am I doing this? Because I haven't got my phone with me. To talk into their phone, their idea, their title, their thumbnail idea, and then go through the prompts. And the script will be crafted through everything. So do some form of scripting, even if it is just bullet points, even if it is just some one-liners around the hook, the mindset, the story, the teach, and the action step. And then Friday, 1 hour practice. Practice in private. You don't necessarily need to go live with the video. You don't necessarily need to put it out there, but you do need to practice, because when you practice in private, you're putting the reps in, you'll be rewarded in public. There are so many people who don't practice. Can you imagine David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, ballroom dancers not practicing, just going on the floor and winging it? Well, do you know what? We are worth more than that. So they are my 4 steps for creating your first few videos, pulling ideas out of what you know and getting it started. And now I suggest you check out the video that pops up around here, because that's what YouTube suggests you should watch next. Take care. Much love. Hope this answered your question, Michael. Big Daddy out.